Frishberg, Product Design Manager at Intel. Presumptive design is a powerful mechanism for discovering customer delight and needs. It's such a simple process that I'll be able to explain it to you in the next few minutes, and you can start using it right away. So just as Alice learned to serve the looking glass cake and then cut it, so too you can serve up a product to your end users before you actually know what it is they want. And using presumptive design, we all want to delight our customers. The problem is, oftentimes we don't know what it is that delights them. And as you look at this list of individuals, how can we possibly understand who these people are? Few of us are that way. In a typical design cycle, user experience people go out and do the research, analyze it, provide some recommendations, requirements, specifications. The thing is built. But in the presumptive design cycle, we rotate that circle 60 degrees. We go out and build the product first, and then find out how wrong we are. Go back and build it again. And we do that until we get it right. So presumptive design is just one of many different user experience design research tools in this constellation. The x-axis is time. Some of these can take minutes, others can take months. And in the y-axis, it's user intimacy. The lower you are, the less involved you are with the user. Presumptive design is in the upper left quadrant and is a very fast and intimate process. So let's get into it a little bit. How does presumptive design work? Okay. It's a very agile process. As you look at these list of principles, you should see a lot of agility there. We use a multidisciplinary team of designers, engineers, and of course, users. No 85-year-old patient would ever tell you that this was an intelligent pill dispenser. We know that going in. We know how wrong we are. That is backwards. So that design for failure, we just designed, we just failed here. So if the pill dispenser, we really are in the bad place there. Okay, so we do know a little bit about our users when we build a product because, hey, we wouldn't be in this market if we didn't have some idea about how to build a particular product. So we go out with our best hunches, and we have our users tell us how wrong we are. We walk in knowing that we're wrong. We just don't know how wrong. And so we measure how wrong we are each iteration. And our users will tell us exactly how wrong we are if we're listening. So we can go to the next slide. Sure. In fact, when you start to build things without any foreknowledge, a lot of your assumptions get brought to the table. And quite frequently, you're surprised by those assumptions. But more importantly, your users tell you exactly where your assumptions are bad. You do it as many times as you can afford until you run out of money, energy, or you no longer are learning anything. At that point, you pretty much have achieved the end result that you're going to go forward with. And of course, since you know you're wrong going into the thing, you should get started today and immediately. And then you'll find out what you need to do differently. And you go back out the next day, a little bit smarter and a little bit better. When you do this at about 100 miles an hour, you know that there probably are some risks in the process. So, this is where you make sure you have good facilitators and a cross-disciplinary team that can help you keep out of trouble. The first problem is that you've built this prototype and you actually believe it's the right solution. In most cases, your users will tell you loud and clear it's wrong. You need to keep that in mind as you're presenting that to them. And listen carefully to what they're saying. We often want to just not release that prototype until the very next thing is done. It's going to be a little bit better. Stop that. Get it out there as quickly as possible. They'll tell you how bad it is. You don't have to worry about that. Sometimes you are building such the wrong thing that they actually get quite angry. This is, again, a place where you want to have good facilitation to redirect so that when you go back out again, you have a better idea about what it is you're supposed to do. This is not a hill climbing exercise. You don't put out a solution and try to refine it. This is a vista of possibilities exercise. As you put these things out, you're looking for those ahas that you couldn't possibly have thought of yourself hallucinating in your cubicle. These prototypes are often quite rough, and your users will often get distracted by some of the odd things in them. A good facilitator will keep them on track and keep them away from some of those sharp points. So, presumptive design, I urge you to try it tomorrow. It's the fastest way I know to find customer delight, and thank you very much.